We did it, Joe. We did it. Guess what? I recently crossed over 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to deep dive the ins and outs, what I've been doing, what I haven't been doing, what my goal will be long term with my YouTube channel. As you already know, I'm going to take you on the journey with me because I promised you a very long time ago that I want to take you on that journey and be transparent, give you the ins and outs. So in this video, I'm going to take a deep dive. So real quick, if you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, all right? And if you're coming across me for the first time, my name is Nembhard. Listen, as long as you're around me, you're going to get the motivation, you're going to get the inspiration, but most importantly, I'm going to push you to become the very best version of yourself there is possible, all right? By default, you learn how to generate income in the online space, working smarter and not harder, so that you could design that lifestyle that you want, so that you'll be able to live life on your own terms and create this standard of living that you won't need a vacation from. There is a saying that says, mind can achieve anything that it wants to. And you know, I always say, see, the best time for you to get started was yesterday. But you see, the next best time for you to get started is today, as in right now. So whatever it is that you're doing, make a decision and just draw that line. This is literally what I did a couple months ago, and I decided to start taking my YouTube channel serious. See, because I've had this channel from about 2017 and I was doing absolutely nothing with it. And the reason why I decided that I want to take it serious was because I looked at my vision, I looked at my goals, and I got serious about what it was that I wanted to accomplish. But I also reflected on my journey on the online space. You know, every time I had to start an online opportunity, an online business, and it wasn't so much starting from scratch, but starting from a place where I always had to start from ground zero. I said, wait a minute, Dean, if you are someone who talks about working smarter and not harder, you obviously got to do something different if it is that you want something different. So I decided that I was going to take YouTube serious, and that, my friend, is what I have been doing. But yes, I recently crossed the 500 subscriber count on my channel, and to say how it feels, to put it in words, it feels good. You want to know why it feels good? 5 for me is a significant number. It represents grace, faith, your belief system, and 5 is my favorite number. I thought about popping some champagne, but guess what? This is me literally celebrating and having fun with you. I'm actually in my home office. My kids are not home. Usually, you see what I've been doing for the last few videos. I've been ducking and hiding in the car because you see, my 3-year-old just turned 4 and there's a lot of noise that's in the house. And if any one of you are parents, you could definitely relate, especially if you have kids and you know your kids are young, they're running up and down and making a bunch of noise. I want to ensure that you guys focus on the value that I'm delivering in the video rather than trying to make out what they're saying and all the noise that they're making in the background. We reached the 500 subscriber mark, and one of the things that I decided to do was, hey, might as well I create a community out of this. And with that, I'm officially naming my community, that's the YouTube community, the Skills Tribe, as in SKILLZ, because I firmly believe that, guess what? Every single one of us have a set of skills, right? And we have to learn how to tap into those skills and utilize those skills to be able to put money in our bank account, right? Would you agree? After being on Facebook, TikTok, and several of these social media platforms, I realized real quick that this is not something that's going to be sustainable if I have to put out all my effort and focus into building short term on a lot of these platforms. You see, because a lot of these platforms, they are considered news feed platforms. And you see, when the platforms are a news feed social media platforms, what's going to happen is that whatever it is that you put out on those platforms is going to just get buried. It's going to get pushed to the bottom of the barrel, and it's just going to be content on top of content on top of content that is piling on your content that you are putting out there on these news feed type of platforms. YouTube, on the other hand, is the second largest search-based platform, and it is owned by the #1 search-based platform. So that's something to really think about, because you see, for me, in my mind, I'm saying, okay, Dean, you've been doing this for a little bit. It's time for you now to build something that is going to last and stand the test of time. Recently, I've seen several of my success partners who have gotten started even in new business ventures on these platforms that really push a lot of short form content. I've seen where they have lost their accounts with absolutely no explanation, right? And while I may not control any of these social media platforms, and none of us do, what we have to do is learn how to use these social media platforms strategically to build ourselves a community. Shout out to all of you that are a part of the Skills Tribe, right? We got to learn how to use these social media platforms to build ourselves a community of people who know us, like us, and trust us, and love what it is that we have to offer. And we have to learn how to remove our community off of these social media platforms. And by that, I mean that we now have to build our digital real estate. Now, it might sound like I'm speaking some sort of foreign language, so let me break it down very simple. It means that you have to have a way to communicate with people off of these social media platforms. And the easiest way for you to do that is for you to build what is called an email list. An email list literally is your digital real estate that you own. And I'll deep dive into building and creating an email list in another episode. Now, one of the major things that happened to me and what I discovered since starting my YouTube channel is that my confidence level went to the roof. I also developed this ability to show up, to be consistent, and I make it a non-negotiable. And my non-negotiable simply means that every single week I'm showing up and I am adding content and I am putting myself out there and I am teaching you, the Skills Tribe, something so that you could take it, go and implement and be able to change your life if it is that you want to. So here are some of the things that I do when it comes to YouTube. I just mentioned that I show up consistently and create content. I don't overcomplicate it. What I'm using right now is my smartphone, because I strongly believe that if you're walking around with a smartphone and it's not generating you income, it's actually a dumb phone. So you want to understand that you see that smartphone in your hand that you're walking around with, that's actually a money printing machine. So if you're not utilizing your smartphone the right way, you want to stick around until the end of this video. Another thing that I do when it comes to showing up on my YouTube channel is I think about you. Every piece of content that I create, I think about how it'll be of benefit to you. The reason why I think about that is because I remember when I got started in my journey in the online space, I just needed someone with the answers. And see, it was so hard for me to find someone with the answers. So what I resorted to do was investing into coaching, training, courses, those sort of resources to be able to learn the information that I pretty much come here and share with you for free. Another one of the things that I do when it comes to my channel is I do Dean. There is nobody that could do Dean like Dean. So what I have to do every single day is I ensure that my mindset is in the right place. I ensure that my health is optimum. I ensure that I speak good thoughts. I ensure that I pour into me and I give me a level of benefit or a level of goodness that absolutely nobody could give me. Here is why. If I'm coming and I'm showing up for you and I'm pouring into you, I cannot pour from an empty cup. So I have to constantly ensure that I am filled at a certain capacity so that I could show up and pour some of the goodness out to you. I'm going to tell you some of the things that I don't do with my YouTube channel. And guess what? It just may surprise you. One of the things that I don't do when it comes to my YouTube channel is look at the analytics. Remember I shared with you earlier that I'm doing this Dean's way and Dean's way, right? I work a full-time job. I'm a husband, I'm a father. There's so many things that I do. I juggle other businesses and whatnot. I tailor and do this around my schedule. Like right now, if the kids were home, I would have been in the car recording the video. But you see, it's not really like a burden or a stress for me to show up, record the video, and share it with you. Because see, the ultimate goal is so that you could be able to get value, to be able to come back for more, take action, and do what it is that you need to do to be able to advance your life. So no, because my plate is already full, I don't try to spend time to focus on my analytics. And this is going to be something that I implement and even work on in the future so that I could show up to serve you better. Another one of the things that I don't do is I don't focus on vanity metrics. I strongly believe that if I have to put my focus on the vanity metrics, which is the likes, the comments, the number of views, it is going to distract me from what it is that I'm supposed to do. Here is why. I know that YouTube is for the long haul, for the long term, for the long game. And that is why I have to ensure that the quality of content that I put out right now, years from now, the information is still going to be relevant for a new tribe member that is coming across it. Another one of the things that I don't do when it comes to YouTube is look at other people and try to level up or try to compare myself to them, because the quickest way for you to go insane is for you to look at other people and pick yourself apart, because you're going to find that, hey, you're going to spend so much time going down a rabbit hole, looking at that one and looking at this one, and everybody's going to be so perfect, and you're going to find so many faults with yourself, and it's going to put you in a position or a place where, you feel so intimidated and you don't want to show up and be yourself and give your goods, so that the people who are looking for you, the people who want to hear your voice, could find you, because you spend all your time trying to be like everybody else. But check this out. If you try to be like everybody else, eventually you're going to lose you. Who are you? What's your identity? Are you trying to be like a watered down version of another creator that you see out there? You have to understand that, when it comes to being in the online space and running a business, whether you're in the traditional world, in the online world, guess what? We're all unique. We all have different skills, gifts, abilities, creativity. And what we have to do is we have to own that and show up and be our true, authentic self. So what's the plans for my YouTube channel in the future? My goal for this YouTube channel is within the next 12 months to be at 5,000 subscribers and to be generating a consistent $10,000 monthly from YouTube because of the efforts that I'm putting out right now. So if it is that you're sitting on the sideline, you already know what the deal is. Pick up that phone, turn on that camera, and you go ahead and you start speaking. The more you do it, the more confident you're going to become. I promise you, somebody is out there who wants to hear your voice. Stop making excuses, because excuses are the checks that are used to deposit absolutely nothing into your bank account. So if you're someone who is sitting on the sidelines, contemplating whether or not you should get started, let me tell you another thing that happened. 500 subscribers on this platform, 2 new coaching clients, and almost an extra $2,000 in my bank account, because I decided to take this platform seriously and start putting out content that I'm already creating, but just put it out in a different format. I don't know about you, but think about it real quick, right? I'm not any sort of influencer. I don't have a big following. 500 subscribers, 2 new coaching clients, 22 new email subscribers, because I decide that I am going to show up, have a conversation with my cell phone, add some value to you, and then you're going to take action. Now, my friend, I don't know about you, but if that's not worth celebrating, I'm gonna celebrate me. So go ahead and drop in the comment section a huge congratulations, because I just crossed a milestone. But I also want to encourage you that if you are sitting on the sideline and you're contemplating and thinking, whether or not you should give this an opportunity or you should go for it, do it. Like Nike always say, just do it, do it. And especially if you're over the age of 30, I'm going to go ahead and link a video in the description that lets you know, hey, if you're over the age of 30, you need to stop playing and get your butt on YouTube. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But before you even go, drop congratulations in the comment section and celebrate with me. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you could be a part of the tribe as we go on this journey together. I'll see you guys on the next episode.